Guys, thank you so much for stopping by today. It is a crazy Monday here. We were supposed to start back our homeschooling today, but it is Monday and nothing has quite gone according to plan today. So I finally just waved the white flag of surrender, and we're just going to enjoy being outside, reading some books, and just letting Monday have its way. But what I wanted to talk to you about today was about my reading plan for 2018. I do a lot of personal reading. I read aloud to my children. They read way more books than I can read. And typically, years ago, I didn't track my reading at all. The past several years on my blog, I've tried to keep a yearly count or list of books on there, but last year I just totally missed the mark completely. I did not really keep good track of my books, and so at the end of the year I knew that I hadn't read as many books as I had wanted to. I definitely had not read aloud as the number of books that I'd read previously. It was just a really off year that ended just at a whole nother level of crazy and busy. So as I went into 2018, I wanted to make sure that not only did I track my books that I read better, personal reads, read alouds, but that I also encourage my children to do the same. And I had tossed around the idea of coming up with my own little kind of reading challenge for my kids, to get them, because my kids are a lot like me. We have our certain style or type of book that we enjoy, and we kind of stick to it, like World War II fiction. I love. And I can just happily read several books on that topic, just one right after the other. So I really wanted to make sure that I got my nonfiction in this year, that I kind of didn't pinhole myself. Is that the right way to say that? I don't know. That I just didn't really box myself in. And that my children didn't either, because I have like the child who wants to read just the books about nature and animals, and then the child who just wants to read fantasy, and then I have a couple of new readers who really don't know what they really enjoy yet, and so I wanted to also encourage them. And so, but I was thinking of creating my own challenge and trying to pick categories and things like that, but who has time for that? Not me. And so here I was at the new year, and I had no plan in place. And I was on Facebook one night, just kind of checking everybody's updates and stuff, and a friend of mine on Facebook linked to a couple of different reading challenges, and I clicked on the one that was at Redeemed Reader, and I will link that in the description box below, the link to Redeemed Reader. It's a really great site where you can go and just check out just their reviews on different books and things like that. I know I've used it with my 14-year-old to try to find young adult reads, because she's just at that age where it's just kind of hard to kind of find her groove of books, because her reading level is so high that the children's fiction, it's hard to find stuff that appeals to her anymore, or that she hasn't already read. So Redeemed Reader has a 2018 reading challenge for kids and teens. It's broken down into 4 levels. I lost my notes for this. I've tried to do this video more than once, and so I've lost my notes. But you have the Baker's Dozen, which is 13 books in a year, and then you have the Quarterback, which is 25 a year, and then you have the Weekly Reader, which is 50 books in a year, and then the Grand Slam is 100 books in a year, which my children were just like, Grand Slam, I got it. But it's not just any old 100 books. They're all broken down into different categories. So like, I'm going to just be glancing down here. I do apologize. Actually, I'll kind of hold it up so I'm not completely looking away. So like, under a new book, if you're doing the Grand Slam, you would read a new book of poetry, a new picture book, a book that was published in 2018, or if you were reading an older book, you would read a book that was older than your parents, a book that was older than your grandparents, a book that is, super duper old, which would kind of put you into fairy tale folklore land. A biography or autobiography about a political figure. And then it has mysteries, fantasy, science fiction. I mean, it's like got every category. And they have it where you can print it off, and it has the little check boxes. So all the hard work is done for me. So we just have to find the books to fit the categories and read them. Now, of course, now they're probably going to read outside of those set 100. The ones who are doing the Grand Slam are going to read more than 100 books, and you can't use a book for more than one category and things like that. So they're probably going to end up reading books that do not fit into this reading challenge, which is absolutely fine. And, you know, my younger ones who are doing the Baker's Dozen will likely read more than 13 books because the read alouds count and things like that. And so they can level up as they complete a level, which is fun. So, of course, I'm explaining this to my kids, and they're getting all excited about it because they like a challenge. A little competition is a great thing. You know, they wanted to know if there was a reward. And I was just like, I don't know. But then I decided, you know what? I was like, sure, I can reward you. I'm like, but I'm not rewarding you with food. And so then one of my teens was like, hey, just, you know, you can get super cheap books at ThriftBooks.com. You could just reward us with books. And I was like, okay, great. I can totally do that. Love ThriftBooks.com. I'll link them in the description box below as well. I mean, you can get a book for under $4 and it's in great shape. And my kids love used books. I mean, they have like these competitions on who can buy the cheapest book. So, so they don't care that it's used. They don't need new to be happy. So we're doing that challenge, and I'm doing it too. I'm doing the Grand Slam, and so it's going to force me to not just kind of pick one style of book and just, you know, devour those things, but kind of spread a broad feast of literature and make me, you know, search out some good stuff. So that's what I'm going to do. Also, I've tried using Goodreads to track my reads. I try to type a list up on my blog, and I'm just not consistent at all. And so I'm just a pen and paper girl. So I'm just going back to pen and paper. I found these journals several months ago at Walmart, and they were on clearance for $1. They were black, plain, lined notebooks. Can you see that? For $1. So I bought several of those. And that's what we're using. I borrowed my daughter's oil-based permanent markers, and I just wrote on mine so that it wouldn't get mixed in with the others. And some of my children are going to decorate theirs super fancy. I'm not an artist, so I just wrote it on there. And then I am literally just jotting down my reads as I read them. And I'm marking whether it was a read aloud or whether it was adult fiction, and, you know, if I would recommend it and who to. So that is what I'm doing. And I gave the journals to my kids, and they are going to be tracking their books as well, because they could very easily go over the 100 books. And I think that they will find that they really enjoy keeping writing it down in the journal. Even my, I was getting ready to say she's 5, but she's 6. I'm even going to track it for my 3-year-old and my 6-year-old. I don't have notebooks for them yet, but I'm going to get little cute notebooks so that they can see us writing it down, and maybe they can put a smiley face sticker if they liked it or something like that. My 6-year-old isn't reading yet. We just started phonics. We started a little late, and that's okay. So her books will be read alouds or audiobooks. I am allowing audiobooks. That is a struggle for me. I don't like audiobooks. I don't listen to them. I don't enjoy being read to. Ironic from this read aloud mom, I know. But my kids do enjoy audiobooks, and so a certain percentage of their books can come from audiobooks. But if I did unlimit it, then my 10-year-old would choose not to read so much as she would listen to audiobooks. And she's a good reader. She doesn't realize it. So I'm trying to encourage her confidence level. So that is how we are going to handle our reading for 2018. We are all going to tackle different levels on the Redeem Reader 2018 Reading Challenge. We're going to track it all in our handy dandy reading notebooks. So that should be great fun. And I will try each month to kind of update what I have read and maybe some good books that my other children have read as well, because I have teens, I have boys, I have all kinds of levels of readers. So we'll definitely try to share what they are reading as well. And hopefully I'll be back soon with a little update on how our homeschool's going and our morning time, gathering time stuff. So that is it for today. I would love to, I'm watching my clock, I'm getting ready to run out of time, but I would love to hear if you're following a reading challenge for 2018 and what it is, or if you come up with your own kind of guideline for reading, how to track your books and stuff like that. I would love to hear. Any great read alouds, please share, because I need several different level and of read alouds we've just finished up our evening read aloud, our school read aloud, and stuff. So today I'm trying to select some new ones. So anyway, give me a thumbs up if you're a fellow book lover. Subscribe to the channel if you think this might be interesting stuff, and please leave a comment, because I love to find about books and how others are reading and stuff. And I hope that your Monday has been a little less exciting and hectic than mine. So I'm off to relieve 3-year-old watching duty. He took a nap and he is re-energized, so off to tackle him and his energy. You guys make it a great week. Catch you next time. Bye.